Howdy everybody, Bob Langston here once again. Want to thank everybody for all of the interesting and fantastic questions. I'm really excited to answer them, so here we go. The zoo does manage an awful lot of property for conservation. Our main property is 1,500 acres, and of that only 500 has been developed. We also have about 1,000 to 1,500 acres that are off the main property. One thing we hope that all zoo visitors take away after they come to visit us is not just that the animals are interesting and you want to make a connection with them, but everyone faces threats, and we do our darndest to make sure they have the best quality of life possible. My favorite band of all time is kind of a toss-up, but I'm going to have to go with Fleetwood Mac. Originally fell in love with them back when they were a pretty solid and hardcore blues band, through the psychedelic era and on into the pop stuff. My personal favorite zoo conservation story has to be our work with red wolves. Love those animals, and the only wild population on Earth is found right here in North Carolina, out east in Dare County. Would love to see a lot more of them, would love to see them healthier. The most rewarding part of my job is when I get to go out in public and interact, especially with school children, whether it's high school or elementary school children. I love dispelling myths about the zoo and about things that we do. It's great to get that feedback too. A green practice that the zoo's implemented that has tremendous impact has been our compost operation. It saves the state money as well as helps us provide fertilizer, organic fertilizer, for fixtures and features inside the park. The best thing you can do to make a difference in your own life is to become an active participant in managing waste and conserving resources, whether it's electricity, gasoline, or anything like that. Plus, you can also pick up cigarette filters. That's pollution we don't need. Well, it was 1997. I was out of work. Richard needed a shop technician. I was good with tools, so I learned how to repair pianos on a 1951 Steinway Grand. It was a big job, but it was less expensive than replacing the piano. As far as the great Mascot fight goes, Ramses would definitely have the edge as far as strength goes, but I believe the Seahawk would probably be smart enough not to engage in a battle with anything that was way too big for him to eat. So there may not be a winner. My favorite animal would probably be the Hamadryas baboons that we have a baboon troop here at the zoo. Love watching those guys. They're amazing social critters. They're just really, really fun to watch. My dog Lucy actually has two quirks that are kind of endearing. One of which is she likes to growl while she's chewing on a chewy bone, and the other one is the fact that she'll flop on the floor and wallow around and kick her feet up in the air when she needs to scratch her back. Once again, thanks to everybody for all of those amazing questions. I did have a great time answering them. Please check in with us again next week for the next Ask an Expert. Thanks again. For the North Carolina Zoo, I'm Bob Langston.